Lover? Come here, gorgeous one. Get on up here, Scarlett Johansson. Oh, Lord Jesus. Wait till she see this. Y'all already saw the title, so y'all know. It's going to be straight up mayhem. Oh, my God. Hurry up, little one. Hurry up, mother of my future 5 children. Close the door behind you. I have to show you something. It's going to be fun. I promise you. It's going to be fun in certain aspects. Mainly my amusement at her flipping out. All right, y'all ready? Okay. There we go.
Eye-opener to this one, the Maryland State House advancing a bill that would permit condoms to be sold in vending machines on public school campuses, including preschools. Republicans in the legislature say it's going too far. Maryland State Delegate Kathy Shalega is calling on parents to wake up. And she joins us now. So here's what Maryland Department of Legislative Services says about this bill that's making its way through the State House. This bill repeals the misdemeanor prohibition against an associated penalty for selling or offering for sale a contraceptive or contraceptive device by means of a vending machine or other automatic device at a kindergarten.
Why?
Nursery school.
Why?
Elementary school.
Why?
Or secondary school.
Why?
And I think a lot of people at home are saying,
first off, they don't even fit at that age. Are you telling me y'all going to start making them for them? And second of all, I know that my hormones didn't start activating that until around, I think, 4th or 5th grade?
I don't understand.
Who's letting their children even have at that age? What the?
That's basically like condoning, like, okay, if you're going to do it at age 10, here you go, be protected. No!
And he talks about how there's like, I saw like the first like 30 seconds. He says, there's a lot of schools that are actually teaching abstinence right now.
Okay, good.
Which is good, yes.
Most of us on the House floor said exactly that. What is this?
I was going to say, if you have something to say, just hit the space bar.
On the bill, on second reading, when you can amend a bill, to just say, look, just high schools. We wouldn't like that either. The Republicans and the Maryland Freedom Caucus would not like that. But they rejected it.
Yeah. So, yeah, we don't even want our teenagers doing it.
Right.
But we know that is the super, that's adolescence. That's when all the hormones start going crazy. And it's like, well, if they're going to be anywhere, if I had to choose, you're going to put them there. But come on now.
There's a lot of schools that are teaching abstinence.
Man, that's the part I got to. Then I called you up.
Marriage, in the best case scenario, maybe abstinence until you're in college, but to put condoms in a vending machine puts it right there in front of you. But why? What justification is there for doing this at a nursery school or a kindergarten? Unless you just want to make a very broad brush law.
That's a no-go. I'm sorry.
That doesn't take a lot to interpret it.
It makes no sense whatsoever. And, the intent may have at some point been high school, but when they rejected our move to just make it high school again, I like you would say you're discriminating against traditional families that don't want their 14-year-old daughter going to a high school and walking down the hall in front of a sex vending machine.
Right.
But, putting this in a daycare or nursery school and
because the funny thing about it is just having a vending machine like that in the high school or in elementary, it makes them think about it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it triggers something.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, you can not want your kid to do it, but your kid may. that's just, it's reality. Your kid, there's so many teen pregnancies, so many teen people getting STDs and all because they're having sex with whoever because they think it's fun, unprotected. So I get it. Like high school, okay. And maybe it will trigger something in them like, oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't. Or, like maybe it'll cause some type of something to be like, you know what? Maybe not.
Or if they are, they'll at least get one.
They'll at least be protected.
They may have been afraid to go to a store to buy them and get caught, or the embarrassment of buying them. So, okay, at school.
But here's the thing, kiddos. There's cameras in schools, too. So if you don't want to be seen at a store, you're going to be seen at a school. Yeah. Like, either way, I'm all for protecting yourself. I'm not for the whole underage having sexting and underage pregnancies. But protect yourself, too. It's like one of those things like, okay, like, if a kid is going to do it, at least do it protected. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, and we're talking about teenagers, but I'm talking about right now. But there's the backlash
absolutely no reason why there should be any in a nursery, in a preschool, in an elementary school. Why? For who? The teachers?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, for who? The teachers?
And what business are they having getting condoms at a preschool? Your job is to care for these little kids. I don't understand.
I am a grandmother of two beautiful 10 and 7-year-old girls, and I can't imagine.
I can't.
Going down the hall and seeing.
They're going to be like, what's that?
With condoms and other.
But then the teacher's going to say, well, that's true, just in case you'd like to have.
Yeah, what is the teacher's response to that?
It's like,
what is the teacher's response?
I didn't even want them knowing what that was in preschool.
Like,
and you're telling them now?
What is the teacher's response going to be? Any teachers out there, what is your response going to be? If there are condoms at elementary school and a 7-year-old comes up and says, what's that for?
And curiosity kills the cat with kids. They might get one just to see what they can do.
Because like little kids like that, yes, they're very, very smart. But the concept of knowing that that's not the right age to do that is just, I can't.
Then having to have a conversation with a 7-year-old. Mom, what's a condom? What's in that machine?
Well, maybe they're thinking if we're running out of balloons to make balloon animals, we just go to the vending machine. So here's what Maryland State Delegate Nicole Williams said, trying to justify the move. Listen here.
It's not dictating what school systems should and shouldn't do. It's not mandating anybody to do anything or suggesting that they should do something. It's just removing a criminal penalty. The sky is not going to fall if we pass this bill.
I guess what she's saying there is it's not like you're going to suddenly see condoms at preschool. It just removes the criminal penalty, and then schools are free to do what they want to do with this.
Well, that's how they start, right,
And
John?
I can believe that.
Saying, don't object to this. But in the meantime, there was another bill on the Health and Government Operations Committee to put Plan B, birth control pills, all kinds of things in high schools. So, they're playing chess. Plan, first move, we remove the penalties so we can get the vending machine in the high school and other schools as well. And then next year, they're going to come back and they're going to put birth control pills, Plan B, condoms,
Plan B and birth control is medicine. Wouldn't you think that stuff has to be signed off by parents first? Kids can't just go to the nurse station and say, oh yeah, I need a birth control pill.
Do you need ID for Plan B?
You don't.
I didn't think so.
You don't.
I didn't think so.
But
I wasn't
if I'm not mistaken, they are behind cases.
Yeah, they are. You gotta ask for them. They behind
and
the
birth
counter.
control pills aren't over the counter. They're given to a doctor. I mean, they're given at a doctor's office. Like the doctor gives you.
Yeah. I can't see you getting them out.
So how are you going to give them out of school? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Maybe they'll give a whole month supply in one, and then you can buy it.
But it's still like,
it comes in a
you're
pack
not
for
giving
y'all,
my
right?
kid any medicine without me signing
Right,
off on
exactly.
it.
I knew that's what you're getting at.
These
I'm
are
just like,
underage kids who need to be, you know,
yeah, to be watched
like
over.
you don't
They
just
need to
give
be
medicine to
led
listen,
properly.
It's so much so that I work in the medical field.
She going off to turn in there.
If a patient comes up to me and says to me, "Hey, do you have any Tylenol or Advil?" You are not to give anybody any type of medicine, no matter if it's over the counter or not, because you don't know the adverse reaction to those medications. So you giving a kid, you know, birth control pills. What if that's too much estrogen for them? What is if that's too much?
There's some real bad side effects to birth control pills. Look them
You
up.
could get blood clots.
Real bad.
Listen, you're not giving my kid a damn thing until absolutely not, unless it's directed by my kid's doctor.
As I told them on the House floor, next year you'll come back to regulate it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how it works.
And all of this at the same time as they're also taking away a parental opt-out provision for education about gender identity in schools, too. So, and then we'll keep watching your Safe Girls in Sports bill, which you've been trying to advance. We're watching what's going on in Maine. And in fact, State Delegate Laurel Lippy will be joining us next hour to talk about that. Kathy Shalega, great to meet you.
Great to meet you. Thanks for having me on.
Really appreciate it. All right, both family.
Okie dokie. Well, told y'all this would be an exciting video, and I know what gets her going. So I'll invite her from time to time on in here. Make sure you go follow her on Scarlo's Beauty and Gaming. I think she uploaded a new Try Not to Laugh today.
Well, no, it's not uploaded. It should be
working
uploaded.
on it.
Yeah. Yeah. But my reaction to the new Tekken thing and Mortal Kombat is up, so yeah.